I'm Emily Jane and I am going to be doing a summer updo hair tutorial. Thanks to the lovely folks at GHD, who've sent me their lovely Style and Protect gift set. I can flash you the very stylish box. There we go. Ooh, lovely GHD. And asked me to use it to show you how to do a lovely updo for the summer. So I was having a little think. I love an updo. I've got long hair, as you can see, and therefore when it all gets hot and horrible and muggy, as it's just starting to get now as we move into August, sometimes you just want to get your hair up and off your face. So one of the things I've been loving doing over the past few months is a fishtail plait, and I wonder whether I can incorporate that into some sort of updo. I've had a little play and I think I found something that works really well. So here's how to do it. It's not hard, it's not too time consuming. I'll run through the basic steps with you, and if you have any questions, please just let me know in the comments, either here on YouTube or on my blog, which is emilyjane.com. I'll pop the address here somewhere due to the wonders of YouTube technology. So here we go. As you can see, my hair at the moment is kind of just as is. This is what it looked like when I got up this morning. So I do want to start just by smoothing it slightly. So what I'm going to do is use my GHD Paddle Brush first of all, just to give it a really quick brush. Okay, so there's step one in just smoothing it out a little. I do want it ever so slightly smoother, so what I'm going to do is just really quickly run my GHD straighteners through it. These are my own straighteners. I bought these with my own pennies and I love them. They have lasted me, gosh, we can see from the fact that the writing's kind of wearing off them. They've lasted me years. I've probably had them about 8 or 9 years and they still do good work for me. So just going to run those really quickly through the hair, just very lightly, not trying to get it dead straight, just want to smooth out some of this fuzz. There we go, much smoother, silky hair thanks to my GHDs. Did forget to say earlier, I have sprayed through a little bit of the GHD Straight and Smooth Style Spray, just to give it a bit of heat protection before I actually popped the straighteners through it. So next, how to do the actual fishtail plait part. If you don't know how to do a fishtail plait, it's really easy. There's tutorials all over YouTube to do it, but I'll show you. Basically, it's based on, instead of dividing your hair into 2, like you would usually with the plait, you're going to dividing into 3, like you would usually with the plait, you're going to divide it into 2. So what you're going to do is grab your hair, divide it into 2 pieces, okay, and then it's just a case of taking a piece from one side, passing it over onto the other side, and then a piece from the other side, thin piece, and passing it over onto the other side, and then you repeat. You take a piece, thin piece from sort of around the back of the other side, pass it over to the other side, and then you're going to take a piece from the back to the other side, pass it over the original side, and you can see it is actually starting to form, hopefully, that little fishtail plait there. So it's really easy, and this updo requires a kind of modified fishtail French plait, basically. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on one side of your hair and have your sectioning clip handy, and just take, I prefer it a slight side parting because I think that sort of suits my face shape a little bit better and it makes it a little bit easier. And what you're going to do, you're going to decide which side you're going to have your updo on. I'm going to have mine on this side. It's the side that I prefer. So you're going to take the same side of your hair that you're going to have the updo actually coming around to, because it's slightly asymmetric updo, and just take a front section at the top, doesn't have to be too wide, and divide it into two. And what you're going to do is you're going to create kind of a weave effect coming down to sort of the side of the back of your head. So you're going to start doing a fishtail plait, take one piece, take it over, another piece, and take it over. Okay, and this is where the sort of French plait aspect starts to come into it, because you're now going to take a piece from the front, try and keep them reasonably small, and pass it over, and then you're going to take a piece from this side of your hair and take it over, and you can see it's starting to form that plait there. So I'll show you another couple of times. Take a narrow piece from the front and take it over to the other side, and then a narrow piece from this side, a bit thick, and bring it over to the other side. I'll show you one more time and then I'll go into super speed mode, otherwise we'll be here forever. So that's a narrow piece over to the other side, and then a narrow piece and over to the other side. Okay, I'm going to speed up a little bit now. Okay, so when you get down to just behind your ear on the one side, you're going to stop, and you can see it's given this really nice woven kind of French plait sort of basket weave effect down the side of the head. And now what you're going to do is, don't worry about keeping those separate anymore. You're going to put a big clip in just to secure it, okay, in place. And now we're going to do the other side. This one's a little bit more tricky because you're actually going to be doing it all the way around the back of your head to kind of meet to this one. But it starts off exactly the same. You're going to take a small piece, divide it into two, start the fishtail French plait. One piece over, the other piece over. Take an extra piece, bring it over. Into speed mode. Tricky bit, passing it around to the other side. Okay, so now you have one sort of French fish blade braided down the hair there, and then you have one that goes all the way around the back of your hair to meet the other one. Okay, so now we should have two sections of hair, the part from this side and the part that's come all the way around the back from that side. Ooh, two sections of hair, does that sound familiar? Yeah, we're gonna fishtail plait them. So all we need to do now is take out this section in grip, we don't need that anymore. Take the two sections of hair, and now it's just a case of doing a long fishtail braid all the way down. So we just take one piece from one side, pass it across to the other piece from the other side, pass it across to the other. You should really have the hang of this by now. Okay, and again, around the back, pass it across, and we're going to do that all the way down the hair. So speed mode again. Okay, so now I have a fishtail plait basically as far as I can go down the hair. You can see there, lovely fishtail braid. Don't worry if it's not really neat. One of the things I quite like about this do is it can look a little bit messy, a little bit undone, and we are actually going to make it look even messier on purpose. But first of all, what we need to do is secure just this braid. So I'm just going to get a little hair elastic. I like to use one of the clear kind of snag-proof elastics just because I find that you can hide those really easily in the updo. So just putting that around the end. Okay, so next step is you're going to take this fishtail braid and you're going to grab either side and you're going to pull it. And you might be like, oh my god, I've just taken so long over this, how can I pull it all apart? But what you'll see is it starts to go really sort of thick and wide, and yes, little bits will fall out and it'll start to look a bit messy, but in kind of the best possible way. So yeah, absolutely just tease it apart. You want it quite wide. You see I'm just pulling it apart, getting the two sides, pulling them apart. You will have to pull quite hard, don't panic. Look really cool. And there you go. So you have this really thick, messy fishtail braid. And if you wanted to, you could just leave it like that, but then it wouldn't be a proper updo. So we're going to take it a step further. You're going to need some hair grips. And what you're going to do is take your hair grips, get them ready. You're going to form this braid into a roll. So what you want to do is get your finger and you want to wrap the end of your braid around your finger like that, so you've got the end tucked in, and then you're going to continue rolling it up like that. And you can see I've still got my finger sticking through it. There it is. And where your finger is, you're going to place hair grips. You're literally gripping that roll through the middle to your head. So do one on one side and one on the other. Bit of a funny angle, just trying to show you. Okay, so two should start to secure it in place, and then where it just starts to flop away from the head, just have some more grips. And I'm going to finish that updo with just a little spritz of the GHD Final Shine Spray. Just to make it look nice and glam and glossy. Just get rid of any little flyaways that have escaped. Some more grips. And there you have it, my fishtail summer updo.